Now for the JRPG top casual list, I thought it'd be fun to kind of connect it to the JRPG that I was looking forward to segment, and so I'll be talking about my top Organization 13 members. So like usual, I'm going to give my top 3. It's super casual, I just thought about them from the top of my head. And to make it more interesting, I thought it'd be cool if I did not put Axel, Shion, or Roxas into my top 3, because I noticed when I was making my top 3, I was kind of like fighting with like, should I really not be putting like Roxas in the list? He's pretty important and I do like him, and with Axel and Shion too. So like I thought like, let me just take those 3 out and let me just only include the rest of the members. I thought it'd be a more interesting list in that way. So I'm gonna give you my top 3 right off the bat. Number 3 is Marluxia, number 2 is Zexion, and number 1 is D-Mix. So number 3 is Marluxia. Why do I like him? Honestly, his design I just think is dope. I think his long hair is cool. I like his pink color scheme. I like kind of like the flower petals that kind of come when he's fighting with his scythe, and I really fucking love that he got so much more story in Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, kind of like who Lauriam is, his vibe, the way his character is. You kind of get that small bit of Lauriam at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 where he kind of gives Sora, I believe he gives Sora a card. I've only played Kingdom Hearts 3 once, I don't really remember, but like there's something more to Marluxia, and he's just been a very interesting character through Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key. I love his design, so like that's why he's number 3 on my list. And number 2 I have Zexion. Honestly, Zexion is more surface level stuff. I love his weapon. I think the book being a weapon is just really fucking dope. I've always liked books as weapons. I don't know why I find that cool. I think his character design looks really fucking cool with like his long hair from the front. It looks very anime. And I remember his boss fight really standing out for some reason. I just remember that certain mechanic where like you had to kind of stand in a spotlight, I think, where you're fighting him. I thought that just kind of stood out from the other data battles where like they kind of like faded into the sameness to me, from what I remember at least. And honestly, I really like his role in Kingdom Hearts 3. The fact that like, yeah, you beat him and now he's good again. He is Ienzo the scientist, and he's kind of like straight up helping you in Kingdom Hearts 3. And again, I don't really remember Kingdom Hearts 3 that much, but I believe he was behind like, you know, getting Roxas back and stuff. And so like I really liked his role in Kingdom Hearts 3. I liked his role in Kingdom Hearts 2. I really liked his design, his weapon, his boss fight. And so yeah, Zexion is number 2. And at number 1 we have D-Mix. D-Mix is like the Organization 30 character that's so ingrained in my memory, because when I played Kingdom Hearts 2 as a kid, the part that I freaking dreaded getting to when I replayed the game was a D-Mix fight, because that is just like, was like a heavy PTSD for me, where like you have to do that kind of time-based game at the start, you have to do this fucking battle, and then I believe you have to do the time-based thing again where you have to fight the nobodies. And as a kid, that fight was so fucking hard. Like, I remember like every time I'd be stuck on it for like, I want to say weeks for some reason. Like it was like a very hard fight for me. And on top of that, with the boss fight being so memorable, he just seemed like the only Organization member that felt very different from the rest, where everyone else was like, for the most part, very serious or felt like a villain, and D-Mix just did not feel like a villain at all. He was really goofy and funny, and I always thought it was funny that he always seemed very nice, but the reason he got really serious is when Sora just kept making fun of him or something. Like Sora never took him seriously, and then before the boss fight happens, he kind of gets serious all of a sudden and then starts fighting you. And so like, I really like his personality and vibe from Kingdom Hearts, and yeah, I just thought from the Organization 30 characters, he seemed the most different. And lastly, I think this is known to like every Kingdom Hearts fan, but he is, I think, the biggest mystery in terms of like the Organization members. He is someone that we don't know anything about in terms of like who he was before D-Mix. We don't know his real name. We don't know who he was as a character at all. And so like, that is just a very huge mystery. And the fact that a lot of the Organization members from their human life are kind of different from who they are from the Organization, I kind of wonder like who he would be as a person, because as an Organization member, he's very goofy. So like, I wonder what he would be as a human. Would he be more goofy? Maybe would he be like more serious? Like, I don't know. And so like, the fact that he's such a huge mystery and so different for the other Organization members makes it seem like he may be pretty important. And I know there's a lot of theories that like he could be the Master of Masters, because the Master of Masters is pretty goofy, or maybe he's like Lushu or something. I don't know. I don't really like follow those that much, but like, I'd be okay with any of that, honestly. He just seems like a pretty funny character, and if he had a very important role, that'd be even more funny, going back to Kingdom Hearts 2 and seeing kind of what a goof he was. But yes, number 3 is Marluxia, number 2 is Zexion, and number 1 is D-Mix.